2.6 million Kenyans have been exposed to COVID-19. However, the government says the report may not be perfect representation of the virus in the country, as the samples used were from blood donors of a young age. Zainab Mohammed with the details.
A recent report by Kenya Medical Research Institute KEMRI Wellcome Trust has caused alarm among Kenyans, as the report indicates that 2.6 million Kenyans have already been exposed to COVID-19. However, the government says the report was not to be released to the public just yet.
I am aware about that study, and I know that that information has somehow gotten out into the public domain. We were really not ready yet for it to be out there in the public domain.
According to the Health CAS Dr. Rashid Aman, the report that was collected from blood donation centers across the country may not be a perfect representation of the country, as the samples used were from blood donors of a young age.
I have to say that, one, the sample size is fairly small. Two, it may not be perfectly representative of the country, because these are samples from blood donors. We know blood donor samples, particularly at this time of the pandemic, are biased in a way, because most of the samples that we are getting right now in the blood donor bank is people who are donating blood for their relatives who may require blood transfusion. And when that is not the case, even then our blood donation mostly comes from volunteers in the younger age groups, school children going, university students, and so on.
Aman further says the RDT test used in the sample collection for the research cannot conclusively confirm an individual is COVID-19 positive, as it uses antibodies to test the exposure.
When we talk about seroprevalence, what we mean is we want to look at people who have developed antibodies to the coronavirus.
KEMRI Nairobi Program Director Edwin Baraza says the research is only preliminary, as the data is still being analyzed for a more conclusive report.
As mentioned, these findings are only preliminary, so we are continuing with the analysis, and you will get more data as and when we finalize on the analysis.
The report by KEMRI Wellcome Trust Institute confirms many people's fears that the number of COVID-19 cases in the country may just be a little higher than the number of people who have been diagnosed with the virus. The larger population might just be in the asymptomatic bracket. For TV47, I'm Zainab Mohammed.